We live in a world where we can travel from one side of the planet to the other in less than a day. The commercial airline industry has grown into a massive enterprise since the humble beginnings of the Wright brothers in the U.S. Millions of people rely on airlines to get where they need to go every day. But before boarding the plane, you must make it through the airport. Depending on the size and layout of the airport, getting from the entrance to your assigned gate on time can be a daunting task. Let's take a look inside Daxing International Airport in Beijing, the biggest airport in the world. Before we get into this video, take a few seconds and smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and tickle that bell icon. It's only a few seconds for you in exchange for a lifetime of our gratitude. And don't forget to drop us a comment in the comment section below to let us know what you thought about the video and how to make the next one even better. A bird's eye view of Daxing International Airport, or PKX. Beijing's new Daxing International Airport, PKX, is now the world's largest airport terminal, spanning 7.5 million square feet, the equivalent of 98 soccer fields. With the runways and annexes, its whole surface covers 18 square miles. It cost $11 billion to build, and it's slated to handle 300 takeoff and landings an hour, a number that will eventually grow to 500 flights per hour. It's about an hour away from the Beijing Capital International Airport, which is located northwest of the city and a major hub in and of itself. Daxing is not just the biggest airport in the world, but also the busiest, with 45 million passengers expected to pass through it by July 2021, 72 million by 2025, and some 100 million by 2040. The airport is state-of-the-art, with its 400 self-service check-in kiosks, handling 80% of all check-ins. Biometric scanners and smart security checks are all designed to help shorten queuing times and enhance security. The facilities, too, have been given serious thought, from outdoor spaces to plenty of food and drink options. It's obvious Daxing wants to be an airport you want to hang out at, and is taking tips from the likes of Changi in Singapore and Hong Kong International Airport. Here's a first look at the Chinese capital's terminal of the future. The layout. Spanning 4 levels and designed by the late British architect Zaha Hadid, Daxing's glimmering structure resembles a giant starfish from above, with 6 curved spokes spreading out from a central hub. Inside the core, an expansive, rolling atrium is supported by 8 giant C-shaped pillars, each with a 350-foot wide skylight at the top, meaning there's natural light everywhere. The domestic and international terminals are stacked on top of each other, so the gigantic airport fits under one roof, and all of its amenities are accessible to travelers, no matter how far they're flying. It's massive, but the innovative starfish design means you never have to walk more than 10 minutes, 1,970 feet to be exact, from the core to the furthest gate in each wing. Besides the hyper-modern interiors, the department lounges also features 5 traditional Chinese courtyards, which were not yet open at the time of our visit, but will offer outdoor spaces on a sunny day. Not so much in winter, when temps in Beijing can hit freezing, or when pollution readings shoot up to hazardous. Designed in consultation with Zhu Bing, one of Chinese most prominent contemporary artists, the courtyards are modeled after a classic Chinese garden, with landscaping features, ample wooden benches, pavilions, and winding pathways lined with greenery and rocks. Arts and entertainment. Daxing is built around a bright white core, with access to domestic and international travelers alike. Daxing is betting big on art. It tasked Beijing's Central Academy of Fine Arts with designing art spaces throughout the terminal, from the VIP lounges to the courtyard and wings. Details on the art additions will likely be firmed up in the next few weeks. Interactive, movable seating, adaptive benches, and pebble-like stools is also spread around the airport, while corridors are dotted with interactive LED art screens that come to life as you walk by. Aside from the art and a plethora of retail options, both from international and Chinese brands, there isn't much else for now in terms of entertainment. When we passed through, the only way to access Wi-Fi was to have a Chinese number to receive a code, but 5G base stations should be installed in the near future, and with the option to get online for free without a local SIM card. A reminder to download a VPN before your trip if you want to entertain yourself via Google, Instagram, Facebook, Netflix, and Twitter, among other sites that are blocked in China. Where to eat. With 70 food and beverage outlets, you won't go hungry in Daxing. Look for hot bowls of ramen at Japanese chain Ajisen Ramen, old-school Chinese cuisine at Pre-Check and Laoshi Tea House, mock meat at plant-based Veggie Tiger, and filling dumpling and the swankier Crystal Jade. The dining room, a minimalist eatery found both before and after security checks, serves traditional Shanghai-style dim sum, along with some tried-and-true classics like dan dan noodles and pork cutlets. Travelers looking for Western options have American style but Beijing-based diner Blue Frog for wraps and burgers, healthy concept elements fresh for salads and wholesome sandwiches, and Godiva for chocolate-laden treats. A Starbucks Reserve is the place to fuel up on coffee and make use of that 5G once it launches. Not into coffee? Chinese millennials' favorite tea shop chain, Hey Tea, has a hip-looking store in Daxing. And if you're looking for something stronger, know that while food is plentiful, bars here are mostly regulated to premium lounges. How to get in, then out. Daxing's location is perhaps its biggest downside. Besides the in-terminal hotel, Aerotel, which offers round-the-clock check-in and hourly room rates about a 10-minute walk from the international check-in desk, the closest accommodation is the 4 Points by Sheraton Langfang, 6 miles away. As for the airport itself, it's located in the south of the capital, 28.5 miles from Tiananmen Square and downtown Beijing. If there's light traffic, it'll take you around 1.5 hours to get between the airport and the city by taxi, which will cost you about $30 or 220 yuan. On a bad gridlock day, expect at least a 2-hour ride. Public transportation for now isn't that much better. The all-new high-speed Daxing Express gets you to the train station in 19 minutes for less than $5. But that's nowhere near central Beijing. You'll have to switch to the subway line 10 and start navigating the sprawling metro system to arrive at your final destination. The Beijing Intercity Railway line is your other option. It takes you from Daxing to Beijing West Railway Station in 30 minutes for about $4. And then it's either taxi or metro lines 7, 8, and 9 to your hotel. More improvements are on the way. Plans are in place to expand the Airport Express north to the Business District Station, where in town, check-in will be available. Construction for the Beijing-Shao'an Intercity Railway line is ongoing, and you'll eventually be able to get from Beijing West Railway Station to central Beijing in 11 minutes by train. The Intercity Railway Connector, which will directly link Daxing with Beijing Capital Airport, should be ready at the end of 2022. For now, pad out your transportation time to be sure you make your flight, with time to explore the new mega airport. So what do you think about the world's largest and busiest airport? And what other airports do you think are just as worthy or better? Use the comment section as a port for your thoughts. Then be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for future uploads.